Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a video of someone living off of a $55,000 salary. There's some quote out there. They say that after you make $50,000 a year, there's no more exceeding in happiness. Someone with $185,000 salary a year is no happier than somebody who has $50,000 a year. That being said, let's get started.
It's really embarrassing to say, but if it weren't for the Kardashians, I don't think I would have aspired to live in Los Angeles.
Why is that?
My name is Madeline Parkinson. I'm 22 years old. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I make $55,000 a year. I was born in Australia, and I always knew that I wanted to work in entertainment, on set or post-production, and so I decided that I wanted to come to America for college and to follow my dream. I live comfortably. I don't have to worry about my bills. I'm never like, am I going to be able to pay rent?
Oh. She has a roommate. I
track everything. I track things on apps. I track things on paper. I have like a budget binder that I use.
And anybody who's making any kind of money, you should be tracking your money, seeing where it goes, seeing what you can do with it, seeing how you can save, invest. Okay,
something
she saves a lot.
I spend money on every single month is diet soda. I probably go through a 12-pack a day. My grocery budget used to be a lot higher because I was buying real Diet Coke. So then I found an off-brand. I was like, glad I can continue this addiction. The biggest expense over the last year was my lawyer fees. I knew that this was coming up, and I knew that I was going to be responsible for it. Whatever I was
$7,000
whenever I put it in a savings account, I just knew that that was going for the lawyer fees, going for the lawyer fees.
So she's
Even
not
though
even saving.
It's so expensive and a lot of money, I would rather be here than anywhere else right now, just because I want to be an editor and I want to be at a big studio. This is the place to be. This year, it was my first time ever doing taxes. Everyone was just like, use TurboTax, it's so easy. And so I went on TurboTax and I put in the information, and it was just like this big red page of, we do not support non-American residents. And I was like, damn. So I had to do it old school. Doing freelance as well, that's a totally different game. You have to file 1099s and things like that.
Wow.
If you mess up your taxes and you are on a visa, that is very bad. Like, you can get in big trouble if you get deported. And so I just wanted to, like, give the government my money. And I'm like, take what you need.
She's a very responsible 22-year-old.
If you have a credit score in Australia, that does not convert to the US. I went in and I got my credit card, and the limit was like $150.
Oh, that's good.
I am living the debt-free life.
Amazing.
I'm definitely in a privileged position where I didn't have to worry about student loans. My parents paid for my college. I feel like I should be putting more into my 401k. That's my...
Maximize your 401k. When I first started working in like corporate America, I was like, oh, I want to do like 3%, 2%, 4%, 5%. But it's really important that you get that max percentage, whatever it is.
My next goal is to try and reduce my expenses somehow, so where I can bump that up. I'm really interested in the FIRE movement. Early retirement gets a bad rep because that implies that you don't like your job. But I would love the financial independence to be more picky about the projects that I work on.
Oh, she bought a car.
Now I don't have this big looming thing that I'm going to have to pay for anymore. And so I don't really know what I'm saving for.
She's $15,000. She has $15,000 in a high yield savings account. That's actually very good for someone who makes $55,000 a year. Wow. It's making me look at myself like, wow, am I saving enough? And she had lawyer and immigration fees.
My boyfriend and I, sure, one day we'd love to get married, but weddings are really expensive. And I feel like I'm a broken record, but like once we get married, it's like, well, then you gotta pay a lawyer for a green card. I would love to go back home for Christmas. That's just a big financial decision to make.
She's very responsible.
An impulse shopper where I would buy the makeup because it was shiny and American and new. Same with food. Like going to an American grocery store, I would buy all these snacks because I saw them in movies. I wasted a lot of money trying to become American. I think I'm a lot better now.
A lot of people in our generation do that. They buy the shiniest bag and the new shoe. They see stuff on Instagram and they spend all this money and forget that you need to save. By age 30, you should have however much money your yearly salary is saved by 30. So she's 22 and she has $15,000 already. So by 30, but this girl is gonna have $55,000 sitting in her savings account. That is amazing.
Not spending money on those things to impress other people or make myself feel better. But I think that overall, I generally stick to my budget. I'm saving. Good. I think I've got a good start.
That was a really good example of someone living within their means. Everyone always wants to just, like I said, spend money on unnecessary things. So I always say if you can't buy it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times over, you shouldn't even think about looking at it. Having a savings account is really important, but also at the same time, I think it's important to put not just all your money in a high yield savings account, but invest in the stock market, max out your 401k, like I said, get a Roth IRA and max that out as well. As many possible things that you can do. If your company is to let you do an FSA, which is also pre-tax money that you can use on any health things like birth control or doctor's appointments or even therapy appointments, they'll do that as well. For this girl who's 22 to be making $55,000 a year and living in LA, she is spending her money very wisely. I think as a career coach, I would just say it's really important to see what the companies you work for can offer you, whether that be a 401k match or yearly bonuses and salary increases as well to match the kind of style of living that you want. That's all I have for this video today, guys. Thanks so much for watching.